Fantastic. Keep up the good work. Really proud of you. Keep digging down. Keep wrestling with this crucial concept of your value proposition, and closing sales becomes simple. So I want you to think about it for a moment. First of all, we had a look and we said, okay, so what are the products you have? The products and services. Next, we said, what are the features of those products and services? Then we said, okay, so what are the benefits? In other words, what's in it for my customers? Why should they use my product or service? And then finally, we applied the so what test, where we said, okay, so I want you to think a little bit deeper than the obvious. You want you to think a little bit deeper than, okay, so my product will do X for my customer, and try to dig a little bit deeper. Try to think, what is it that your product or service can do that your customers can't? What is it that your product or service can do differently? Now remember, here we're talking about perceived value. We're talking about the customer's perception of what your product can do. So it's not necessarily the obvious. Dig deep, understand what your product does, because now we're moving on to the concept of differential advantage. So when we define differential advantage, a differential advantage refers to a set of unique features, benefits, or characteristics of a business and its products and services which sets it apart from its competitors in its target markets. So here, we've now gone through the process, looked at your products, explored the features, understood the benefits, looked at what the advantages are, and now we want to take that to another level where we get such a deep understanding around what our products and services can do. In other words, the differential advantage. The reason our customers are going to buy from us rather than from our competitors. The reason they're going to change supplier from one of our competitors to us. What is the reason that they're actually going to do that? So, for example, if I look at my own product or service, what we offer is a complete process where we look at right from the beginning, getting a deep understanding of what is it that an organization needs to take their team to the next level, to support all of their team members, to close more sales, to support their team members to all achieve their sales target, to take the best practices. In other words, a sales enablement process is all about taking the best practices within an organization, that recipe for sales success, teaching the sales teams how to embrace that, teaching the sales teams how to engage with the best practices on an ongoing basis, so that eventually over time, utilizing our learner delivery methodology, they're able to take the best practices, the best daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly practices, behaviors, activities, and perform those on autopilot. In other words, they unlock the behaviors, we remind them to perform the behaviors, and then over a period of time, they're able to perform all of the crucial activities on autopilot. In other words, they've developed a new sales success habit set. Do you get what I'm trying to bring across? I never told you a simple feature. I never told you about a benefit or an advantage. What I've done is I've created a narrative, a process, an understanding where I can effortlessly communicate why choose my organization over that of my competitors. Now I want you to do the same. I want you to wrestle with this concept. I want you to be able to come up with a story. Look at your product, look at it holistically, and say, right, so we have these products, these services, and then of course there's me, and what do we do? What can we do differently? How can we create a meaningful differential advantage? Because until you can understand what a differential advantage is, until you can actively communicate what your organization's differential advantage is, your customers are just going to keep defaulting to price. And if you are constantly having the price conversation with your customers, what it's telling me is that you are not communicating. You are not connecting the benefits, the differential advantage of both you and your organization to the needs, values, and expectations of your customers. So can you deliver a narrative around your product like I've just delivered? Can you connect with your customers? Can you show your customers why they should choose your organization, your products, your services over that of your competitor? other than because the price